Imagine a world where realtors can live their every single day lives without having to be glued to this. Today I'm going to show you how. What's up guys, Lewi Gault here, thanks for checking out the channel. Okay, today we are talking about iPhone and smartphones in general and the distraction and the stress that they put on everyday life, especially for realtors. Why? Because we live our business through this device. Everything comes through this. Your CMA, your emails, your CRM, like all that stuff, every single thing is glued to this little tiny device. It's where all your money comes from. It's where all your clients come from, and we will guard it with any means necessary, and we will never switch this off because we have to be on the clock 24/7. I'm telling you guys today that is bullshit, and it's a complete lie that you are living, and I was living too until I set myself free with these little things and tips and tricks. So I'm going to talk today about what I do with my phone setup and how with this setup it's counterproductive because my income, my revenue streams, my clients have all gone up, but my screen time on this has dropped by at least 60%. So let's go ahead and dig in and talk about what actually happened. Alright, so like many of you, I'm a bit of a nerd, a bit of a tech nerd. When a new phone comes out, I love it. I try and get it all the time. I want to see all the new things it's got. You know, phones are awesome. But you know, I dug in, I was watching a video with Simon Sinek, who's an author and someone I really respect. And he was talking about how phones are really destroying how we communicate with each other, how the dopamine effect of notifications is just killing us and killing our kids and, you know, all this kind of dark stuff. And it was like, oh my gosh, this is crazy. And then I started really digging into what I use my phone for. If you had asked me this question 6 months ago, I would have told you that I just use my phone for real estate. You know, I'm always on there just trying to get deals. I'm trying to work. I'm trying to build relationships. I'm trying to do this. But not so much. If I really audit my time on there, I was on social media, scrolling. I was on games. I was doing things that really didn't matter. And even if you don't think that's you, you'd be very surprised. If you do an audit on your screen time to see where you spent most of your time on your phone, you might be a little surprised and maybe even disappointed where you were on the phone. So what I've done is I've taken my iPhone and gone a little bit crazy with it and deleted a bunch of stuff and changed a bunch of stuff on here. So we're going to go step by step with all the things I do with my phone for maximum production, for minimal distraction, so I can be at top of mind with all my clients and my leads and everyone like that, but I can still be top of focus with my friends and my family. Alright guys, we are inside my phone right here, and the first thing you might see is my phone looks a little bit different. There is a black background and it's all black and there's nothing else. The reason I do this is because it's been scientifically proven if it's just a plain background, then you view it more as a tool rather than a toy. So I used to have pictures of my family, my kids, stuff like that on here, but because of that, you see those pictures and you associate it, and it's all built into this like system in your phones where it's like, I'm part of your family, I'm part of your life, don't leave me out. You know, if you have pictures of your kids all popping up everywhere, you pick it up all the time. So really setting this to black is a big deal because it reminds you that this is a tool and not a toy. So I like to do that completely black, and that's it. The other thing about my home screen, as you can see, I have pretty minimal apps here. If I swipe to the right where your next page would be, I actually don't have it. I only have one page on my phone. Now I have apps, as you can see right here, but I only have one page. Now if you want to do this, all you would do is hold down on an app and you would just go to remove app, and then you would go to the middle option, remove from home screen. So that will remove it and put it into a folder, but it won't delete the app. So you can still use it, but it won't delete the app, but it will take it off of the actual screen so that you don't have hundreds and hundreds of apps all over your phone and you're scrolling through and they have nice bright colors that want you to click them. Okay, so that's what I do. I only put the ones on here that I really need shortcuts to quite a lot. And then I have a couple widgets here. I have my fantastical calendar at the top, and then I have my Notion widget at the bottom. So minimize on apps, which leads us to the next thing, which is delete apps. Now, I know you don't want to hear this. Nobody ever wants to hear this. But the biggest thing about our phone is that it's filled with useless apps. And if you really do a purge and an audit on this, you don't use 3/4 of the apps. You just have them on your phone, oh, just in case. So I'm telling you, try this out. Just go through them, look at it, and really do an ROI on it. Does this return an investment for me in terms of, does it save me time? Does it help me grow my business? Like, what does this app actually do? And if it doesn't, hit those categories for me, I delete it, I take it off my phone. So do that. Go through those apps and delete them, and be ruthlessly honest with yourself. This is the only way this works. Be ruthlessly honest and delete those apps. Okay, so now we got a nice clean screen with not too much stuff going on. We've deleted a bunch of apps that are useless. Awesome. Okay, here's the next thing. This thing is still going to ding, ding, ding at us all the time. So now we're going to talk about notifications. So notifications, the only notifications I have on my phone are phone calls and text messages. That's it. I don't have any other app sending any other notification. Why? Because I don't care, and it's not an emergency. Email is not an emergency. Yeah, I know as we're realtors, we get emails all the time, but it's not an emergency. You can check your email 3-4 times a day, or if you really want, you can leave it open in a browser on your computer, but you don't have to be having emails dinging every 5 minutes on your phone, because most of the stuff we get is useless stuff from title reps, from lenders, from whatever, spam emails. So here's how to do this, guys. We are going to pull it down, go to settings, and then you'll just go to notifications. And you can see in here, you've got a list of all your apps. You're just going to pick each app here and you're going to turn off notifications. Mine were off already, but this is what it'll look like when you open up each one. You just turn that off and it's a done deal. No more notifications, baby. And this is going to change your life. I'm telling you, it's the best thing ever. I get calls and texts and that's it. It's awesome. The nice thing about calls as well is I have RoboKiller on my phone. So you might be the same as me. You might get a ton of spam calls, or even just like, the call center calls like, oh, I'm calling on behalf of a lender. I see you do great work. We would love to. And like, okay, buddy. So another way to bring those notifications down with spam calls is an app called RoboKiller. So RoboKiller, not robot, RoboKiller. Right here, you can plug this in and it will, it's got an iced tea answer bot. So it screens calls and it blocks them and it analyzes a bunch of different ones. It sends the push voicemails that you get, sends them to spam as well. So you never get those coming through. You can go back and review them and see if any of them weren't meant to. And you could turn this on to different settings of how high you want the spam and how low you want it. But it's awesome. You can also set it, like you just saw, to have like a celebrity voice person answer the phone. And like the guy on the call center is like, hello, how you doing? And it's like Donald Trump talking back to him and they're like having a confused conversation. So kind of funny if you want to prank the spam callers. But anyway, RoboKiller, worthwhile checking out, guys. No affiliation here. I just use it. Okay, so we've talked about deleting apps. We've talked about our desktop. We've talked about notifications. The other one I want to talk about right now is your do not disturb. So from that, you go to the top right-hand corner, pull it down. We've got do not disturb here. I have it on right now just because I put it on for filming videos, but I actually use this quite a lot. You can open up here and you see you have different scenes. So I use the sleep one. Obviously, when we go to sleep at nighttime, I don't allow anything to come through apart from my alarm clock. The big one I use though is meetings. And you can set these up the way you want them to be set up. For meetings, the only reason I switch between meeting and do not disturb is that for meetings, I allow notifications to come through from my wife, and that's it. Because if my wife knows I'm in a meeting, typically she won't disturb me unless like there's something, significant going on, so I can just check it and kind of get back just in case. But we have that understanding, you might want to block everyone. You might want to allow a couple of people to get in touch with you, whatever that looks like. But to do that, you just hit the 3 lines, go into settings, and then you can just set this up for people who are allowed notifications. The focus status is on, what the home screen looks like, what the lock screen looks like, and go from there. So focuses are really, really cool. You can kind of change what level of, disruption, I guess you would say, from your phone you want in different things. So definitely worth checking out for that. Oopsie, I do not want to cancel that screen recording. Keep it going. Okay, so that is focus and do not disturb. See, look at this. As we were chatting there, look, I've got a call missed and I've got 4 text messages, but I didn't get notified, and I don't care. I'll get back to these in a little bit here. All right, next up, guys, this is going to be a touchy subject for a lot of you. We are talking about app limits. Yes, app limits. We have to limit ourselves like children, especially for social media. Yes, you know it. So social media is such an addictive thing. Combine that with our phones. It's just it's a train wreck, right? And you all know it. I know it. You know it. We all kind of have this thing in our lives. But there are ways to combat this, right? Now, we need it for our business. If you don't use social media for your business, you certainly should. We teach our agents in our group how to scale using social media all the time. And if you want some information tips on that, check out Mike Sherrard's channel. That is my business partner. He can go through all that stuff. So with this, you want to set app limits because the aggregated amount of time that you spend, it seems like a couple minutes, but it turns into hour blocks. It's wild how this happens. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to go to settings again, and we're going to go to screen time. Now, I don't spend 11.5 hours on my phone every day. I leave my phone open at nighttime because I use an app called Sleep Cycle, and you have to actually leave the phone open. So I promise you, I'm not on my phone for 11.5 hours every day. Let's just get that out of the way. So what you want to do here is go to app limits right there. And for me, it's social media. For you, it could be other apps that you are kind of addicted to, but you just go in here and you just pick the, see, I didn't even know I had TikTok on my phone anymore. I thought I deleted that. You go in here and you just edit a list, so you can pick up, choose whatever apps you want from here, games or whatever. I don't have any games, entertainment. Oh, there we go. So, you could pick Spotify, you could add that on. And from there, it sets 1 hour every day that you can spend on Spotify. Now, that's kind of dumb. I don't know why I would do that with Spotify. So it limits it. So that's an hour combined with all this stuff. Is an hour combined. So you want to put those apps on there, and if you're going to post and use it for your business, just post and ghost. That's what I do these days. I set the thing I'm going to, post on social media. I get on the app, I post it, and then I come off it. And I'll maybe check it again later on in the day. But you do not have to be on social media. Nothing that urgent happens. Trust me, it's really, really boring. And what you'll find if you're following other realtors is you'll get imposter syndrome because you see other realtors closing, doing showings, all that stuff. And it's all just a facade. Okay, everyone's just posting the best parts about their life, and it makes you feel worse about yourself. So get off of social media, post and ghost, and do your thing from there. Okay, so that is the app limits. Just a couple more things, guys. Now, meetings. Another one I want to talk about here. Like I said, I have a setting for meetings, but really, if you watch Simon Sinek, I really love that guy. He's so smart with this stuff. Think about this, right? If you and I are meeting and I'm holding my phone in my hand, I'm saying, hey, what's up? How's it going? Do you feel like you're the most important person to me right now if I'm walking around holding this or being like, hey, what's up? What's going on? No, of course not. It's crazy. So if you have an appointment with a client or an agent or whatever it is, take this and put it in your pocket. And then you're like, hey, how's it going? What's happening? How you doing? I'm completely present with you right now. And setting your phone on the table is not the same thing. And setting it down, face down, is just as bad. Trust me, okay? So the psychology of this is huge. Think about it if someone was talking to you and holding their phone at the same time. Why are they holding on to that so tightly? What is it about this that makes it so important they have to have it more than they have to have a conversation with you, okay? So take your phone, put it in your pocket at a meeting, put it in your bag, whatever, okay? Just get rid of it. If you want to be present, be present. So the next one is a bit of a health tip, guys. Blue light and red light are two things that I've been really looking into recently. You know, I'm on my computer a lot, as you probably are too. My computer, my iPad, my phone, I'm always checking out screens. I'm always on there trying to get stuff done. But I was getting headaches a while back from the amount of time I was on the screens. So I got myself some blue light glasses, which are awesome. I love them so much, and I don't get headaches anymore, and I feel way better. But it's not quite enough. So at nighttime especially, usually after dinner, I turn on the red light on my phone. So I have a shortcut for it. I'll show you what it looks like. I'm going to tap the button 3 times. 1, 2, 3, boom, and it's gone red. So my whole screen goes to this red tint, and there's a few reasons for this. It gets rid of the blue light, but also look how like unengaging my phone looks like now. I don't really, all the colors are whack. They're just kind of, it doesn't look good, right? If I turn it off, oh, that looks way better. I want to engage with that, but not so much when the red light is on. So it's something that I've been doing a lot recently, especially in the morning. If you're a person who checks their phone in the morning when you wake up, keep the red light on because it will help your eyes adjust and won't like shock your eyes into like all of a sudden you're in screens at like 6 a.m. or whatever time you get up. So this is a big one for me. To set this up, guys, and to set up shortcuts like this, you're going to go to settings again. Come back out here, and you're going to go to color. Now for me, just pull it down, go to search here and type in color. So the one you want here is color filters. Click on that, and then we can look at these different things. Click on color filters right here, turn it on, and turn this on, and now you can see different kinds that you want. So you can just do color tint. The other one I really like doing sometimes is grayscale. So if you're on grayscale, your whole screen is black and gray. Really, really cool. I do use this quite a lot as well. But for this video, we're talking about the red one. Now, they have this red and green, green and red, blue and yellow. But for me, I like color tint. And you could turn it up and down. If you want to keep it on all day, you could do it like 25%. That's what I actually do on my MacBook Pro. I keep it on a little bit every day. But because I just put this on at nighttime, I usually just turn it up full blast. And we're going to turn this off here. So now that you have that setting and set up the way you want it, you're going to go back and you're going to go to accessibility. So come out of this. We're going to go to accessibility here. Then we're going to go to accessibility shortcut right here at the bottom. Boom. And you can pick what that 3-click is going to be for your phone. So if you pick color filters, that's the way it's going to be. So, you know, it's just a 3-click. Like if it was invert, 1, 2, 3, it would invert all your colors. 1, 2, 3. So color filters right here. And then that's going to be red. So big one for me, guys. It really, really does help your eyes and helps a lot of stuff mentally when you're kind of staring at these screens. I do it for all my systems, my iPad Pro, my phone, and my computer, to keep, you know, my kind of brain focusing better and not kind of taking too much blue light in. So that's it, guys. That was a lot to get through, and it might have been one of those ones where you're like, man, I hate that guy. But I'm telling you, this will change your life if you actually do it and execute on it. You will not be slave to your phone as much as you were. You will be free to like leave it behind when you go out for dog walks or whatever that is, and you won't feel like, oh my gosh, where's my phone at? You will feel way better in every asset, and surprisingly, you'll be way more productive as well. Without the distractions of this device, you'll be able to get more done in all the other aspects of your life. So there you go, guys. If you liked this video, if you got something from it, please go ahead, like, comment, subscribe. I really try to put videos out based on systems, processes, and time management that give realtors healthier, happier lives and exploring these subjects. So I'll be back on the next video, guys. Peace.